LoadProof and how we use it on a daily basis has dramatically decreased our damage rate.
Yep.
Especially on inbounds.
Okay.
So we start putting pressure on the mills for Kimberly Clark that come in. And
so the manufacturing plants, so those guys are like now a lot more aware.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So with it before, with just taking a picture on your cell phone,
yep,
and then hopefully remembering it later.
Yep.
Having everything in one little website database,
yep,
however you want to call it,
yep,
helps us out a lot.
Okay.
Having everything in one place, having the description, having the carrier, having a trailer number, having the reason why, like the reason when we open the trailer door,
yep,
to have it real time on that,
yep,
and being able to look at it later instead of trying to remember it later,
yeah,
has helped us out astronomically, right?
Yeah.
So we've been, like I said, we've been pushing back on the mills sending us things,
yep,
it going against our own damage rate. So we've been pushing it back on them. They've been making it a heck of a lot better with inbounds for us.
Great.
And we've also started implementing the outbound process. So
great.
There's a couple really high profile customers like Walmart and Target.
Yep.
We have a few other ones like Wegmans, Whole Foods,
yep,
that do take our pictures and the information that we have, so we can send them. Okay, this is how it was sent from our warehouse.
Yep.
This is a carrier responsibility now.
Yeah.
It's no longer on the warehouse; it's on the carrier.
Correct.
And we show them how we loaded it within the layers of the stacks in the truck.
Yep.
And we can take that back to the customer. So it helps us on the inbounds, it helps us on the outbounds, and it helps us log it into a program called SAP for us.
Yeah.
To where we can send it to Kimberly Clark and say, okay, this is where we went with the outbound.
Yep.
This is a carrier issue now. This is where we went with an inbound. This
yep.
is a mill issue. It's not necessarily our issue anymore as an NFI putting out the work or bringing in the work, right?
Yep.
So like I said, it's helped us out tremendously, and we haven't done too many changes within the program with
yep.
what we need to see and what we need to input.
Yep.
But we've kept it the same because it's been working.
Yeah.
I don't see a need for any changes on our part as of right now, but it's really helped us out.
Great. So a couple of questions, right? On the inbound side, I mean, I'll be, candid here. We have your competitor that we are supporting as well, right? 23 sites, they're using it and they are telling the same thing. And hey, this is a great feedback for the manufacturing plants. And also there are some carriers, and these guys, because the rolls are so big, they use some rail carriers and that are, bringing the big rolls. And there are some damages that happen along with the, and you know how it is, right? I mean, we don't have like thousands of rail carriers, like we have the, truckers. So, and region-wise, there is only one, and they kind of do whatever they want. So now, with photos, they're able to. So is that from an inbound perspective? Is that feedback to the manufacturing plant, or is it to the carriers? Or do you guys have any rail carriers? Is there any specific, damages that are happening? That's quite unique for those rail carriers.
So it's more about accountability as of this point, right?
Got it.
So if we're taking pictures, immediately opening up the door and showing what we see, right?
Yep.
That gives them the information. It goes back to the carrier, and then the carrier and then it goes back to the mill. So it's a lot of different steps, but it's holding everybody accountable.
Accountable, yeah.
So the mill's holding the carrier accountable. We're holding the carrier accountable. So
great.
Yeah, it's definitely helping us out there.
Great. So from an outbound perspective, you mentioned, obviously, right? I mean, the retailers, they are trying to, expense their labor cost, right? That's the whole point of chargebacks, and, they got to put it somewhere and they throw it back to the suppliers. So is that just the, shipping, is that the standard, shipping to the retail scenario? I know NFI also runs some deconsolidation and consolidation, sites for these retailers, right? Or is it part of that?
It's part of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then it's the whole accountability piece as well. So if we're shipping out something that is almost pristine, like a white glove,
exactly,
type of shipment,
yep.
and it's going to the carrier.
Yeah.
Once it leaves our site, we show them this is how it's being sent,
yep.
and it should be handled that way.
Exactly.
We've also started using it with our LTLs as well.
Yep.
So it'll go to a hub, and then those stacks will get split off
Correct.
into other trucks.
It's going through the LTL terminal, and they're sorting and all that.
Yeah. So we've been using that as well, because when the carrier gets to the hub and they see that the whole shipment has been shifted, well, then we go back and say, okay, well, we sent it like this.
Correct.
We have the entire all the pictures, all the information. This isn't us.
Correct.
So it's really held not just ourselves accountable, but the amount of the less amount of work that we have to do in the long run than it is just trying to remember things. Now that we're documenting and moving forward with it, it's really
exactly.
Really
you echoed a great point. Basically we hear this all the time. Hey, now this is extra step that I got to do in the outbound process, but in the long run that time is very less, right? Okay. You guys are taking only 5. We have customers reported, hey, we are spending only 5 minutes. It looks like it might take a lot of time, but few seconds per pallet, and it's 5 minutes per truck, container, whatsoever. But when there is a query, when there is a problem comes, it's so useful. We are not spending hours and hours, looking for the photos. So that's what I'm hearing here as well.
And I've used applications like this before, and I've been hesitant in the past.
Yep.
Where if you're using the application, it would time out.
Yep.
This one with LoadProof doesn't time out. I can take as many pictures up until I think it's like 50 or so.
Yep.
I can take as many pictures as I want just to document everything that's going out or coming in.
Yep.
And in other applications before, like the timeout, I could take 2 or 3 pictures.
Yep.
Put the tablet down for a little bit. The application would time out. I would lose those pictures.
Yeah.
I would lose some of the information.
Yep.
You would need to log back in and do all that other crap.
Yeah.
This one, it's more of I log in, I'm on, and as I'm unloading or loading a truck, I can take them as I go, and then I can just upload it all at once.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we've specifically designed, right? I mean, I've been to at least 200 warehouses, so I know all the pain that you guys go through, and this timeout is a big deal, especially, right? I've worked with RF guns and all that, right? I mean, so we understand your pain. So, so it's all our mission, part of the mission is that once it hits any of our devices, our system, we cannot lose the data. You guys will not lose the data. Even if the tablet, powers down, whatever happens, you restart it, everything will come back, right? Everything is stored there. That is there. So one other thing I want to ask, you mentioned SAP. So how are you guys sharing it with Kimberly Clark and also with the SAP system? Is it like some kind of an interface or something that's been built where SAP can look at it?
No, it's more of just manual input, but everything being in one place, it makes it a shit ton easier than it does at any other point, right?
Correct.
Like I said, with uploading it from your cell phone, you don't have really good reception within the
building.
Warehouse.
Yeah.
So sending a picture to my email could take hours.
Oh, really? Oh,
if I'm not in the office.
Yeah.
With LoadProof, it's just I snap, upload to the cloud.
Correct.
And
you can park it too, just FYI. You can park it and you can park, and also the max number looks like you guys probably have the silver plan. That's why it's 50. You can actually have 325 photos. If you guys go to the platinum plan, you can go to, up to 325 photos you can keep taking, and then you can have it, just an FYI. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I do want to say something, and I know Shiv's on the call.
Yeah.
He has been a perfect point of contact.
Awesome.
And anything that I have asked, he has given me.
Yeah.
He has never given me trouble.
Yeah.
I know it might not be customer service for Shiv or anything like that, but the amount of customer service that we're getting. I know we've had a couple hurdles with getting the tablets online. The way the Kimberly Clark runs. Their network and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, you need to give that guy a raise.
Awesome.
Shiv's the guy.
Man, he takes care of you guys customers really well. That's good. I mean, thank you for that feedback helps a lot, right? That feedback helps a lot. Thank you. I mean, Shiv, great job, man. Yeah, thank you for
Thank you. I just had one question, Scott. Thank you for much. I really appreciate your the praise as well. So I just wanted to know, LoadProof has help in supply chain visibility and transparency with the customer. So I just wanted to know, has it helped develop those customer relationships on the manufacturer or the OEM side? How do you build the relations by providing those pictures? And I wanted to talk about that scenario. Any thoughts?
the relationship with the customer has gotten a crap ton better.
Yeah.
When we have, like I said, we have all the information together, we can just send it in one little loop instead of, okay, I'm going to send you this, and then I'll reply to that, and then I'll reply to that, and then I'll reply to that. And instead, we have it to where, okay, it left us like this. The carrier picked it up like this, and this is how you're getting it. It's not on us. We're going to push it back to the carrier.
Got it.
So putting more and more pressure on the carrier has been saving us a lot of headache with the customer and building those relationships so much better.
Exactly. Oh, great. So you guys are, there are multiple ways to share the photos, right? So do you have the customer set up in the system itself? Is Kimberly Clark logging into LoadProof, or you're sharing some kind of a PDF or sharing it through email?
So that main dashboard that's on the main screen of the website,
Correct.
We share that every week with Kimberly Clark.
Okay.
So we have our inventory manager, when he reports out our damages for the week or the month, for the previous week or the previous month.
Yep.
He has all that information together. He's tracks it so much more better than where we were before.
Okay.
So that's, like I said in the beginning, is that it's decreased our overall damage rate from, I think we started at like a 1.4, and the standard is 0.2%. And we, for the first time in 2 years, we hit our damage rate.
Yeah.
And we were able to report that back to Kimberly Clark, and they're going, well, what the hell are you guys doing? And
we need to know who you're talking to at Kimberly Clark, so we can show them, hey guys, this is the secret, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So they know what we're using. So they want to roll it out to their mills, and they want to roll it out to because we have our sister site over in Ontario, California.
Yeah.
So with them, they're asking us, well, our damage rate is so high. What are you guys doing?
Exactly. Yeah.
We use LoadProof.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
And I've given them contact information. I've given Shiv's email.
Oh, great.
I said, if you guys want to go ahead with this, it's helped us out tremendously. This is on you now to reach out, get the information
yes,
you need,
absolutely.
and then also we can share the information that we have here, because we've been using it for a couple months now.
Correct. I mean, that's, if wherever possible, if we can eliminate inefficiencies in supply chain, make lives better, right? People, just basic visibility makes, everybody, at least everybody knows this is what is going on, man. We got to act on it, right? That is great. That is great. Awesome. I think one another question I had was, what are, any ideas for improvement, anything that, would make it better for you guys? So also the Ontario site is NFI, right? Not Kimberly Clark.
Yes,
Ontario
it's
is
NFI.
Okay.
Yeah, we run it for Kimberly Clark.
Great. So it's basically, you guys, what do you do? Kimberly Clark obviously has all the plants where they manufacture the, paper rolls, and then it hits your facility, and then you guys are shipping it on behalf of Kimberly Clark to different customers. Correct. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, we're their third-party transportation.
Great. So it's primarily you guys do order fulfillment. It's not like a consolidation or deconsolidation or cross-dock or anything like that. You guys are literally doing order fulfillment. Obviously, it's a paper is a very essential thing. We all saw what happened during the pandemic, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's order fulfillment to all these retailers. That's what you guys
definitely.
Are doing. Okay.
Yeah. So. And that's what I told them too. So we take up most of the Midwest and the East Coast for all of our Kimberly Clark products. So we're shipping that stuff out, and then they're mostly the West Coast, everything because California is a huge state.
Yeah.
So they have California, all the West
Los
Coast,
Angeles area, right?
Well.
Yeah.
So I told them LoadProof is the way to go. So that was it. Trying to sell it as best I could.
I'll be candid again here. Thank you for putting in the great words. And this is a standard response from every single 3PL manager like yourself, right? We have another person that's like, hey, you guys know we are using it, and we are using it in 7 facilities, and they've come up with some really, really good way to document the show because we are a 3PL and we are serving this customer, and they're doing such a great job. And because of that, their 7 facilities have been ranked among the top 10 facilities, out of the 150 plus facilities for this customer, because all that is run by 3PL. So that helps, right? And that's what we awesome. Want. Yeah, that's what we want to help you guys with. I think from a 3PL perspective, it's like, hey, it just helps you communicate that how well you guys are doing. Great. So anything else that from a improvement perspective, hey, this if you could add this, or if you improve this here, improve that here, that'll make our lives better. Anything that you want to add, Scott? Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's as whatever we need that's built now is suffice.
Yeah.
So it's been working. I haven't heard any clamor on the floor as far as operators or leads or managers or anything like that when it comes to LoadProof. When the only thing that we have a problem with, and it's an hour problem, is the Kimberly Clark network, and that's when every 6 months I have to renew a Wi-Fi certificate. And I have to go in and give it special credentials. That's the only problem that we have internally. It's not a you problem. And I've talked with Shiv about it. So all I do is every 6 months I'll go in and renew that contract or renew that certificate.
Wi-Fi.
So I have that pin to get out of the thing, and I don't share it with anybody.
Correct.
I have the pin to get out. I do whatever I need to do. I go back in and I give it right back. So no, I don't have anything off the top of my head as far as enhancements or anything that you can add, but I can definitely keep it in mind if anything comes around.
Awesome.
Because like I said, I don't have any complaints.
Correct.
There is absolutely no complaints. I'm 100% on board.
So yeah, great. I mean, typically this is what happens. For example, right, this other 3PL that we're talking about, those guys started using an outbound first because that's what everybody has challenges with. First is like, hey, warehouse, messed it up, right? That's the first finger pointing that happens. So everybody wants to, what, hey guys, we are doing a great job. That's the first place everybody starts with, and then they realize the benefit. Then what, hey, let's do it for inbound as well. And then they're like, hey, what, let's do it for trailer inspection, let's do it for forklift inspection, especially, right, if we are a lot of people coming and going and, constantly, switching forklifts, right? So that is, so like that, slowly people use it one by one, and then Gemba walk, right? Obviously in a 3PL scenario, you got to, look for every single opportunity for optimizing it, and continuous improvement is another, name of the game. So, they start using it, right? So like that, right? Did, you guys see any other opportunity or anything like that? And, and we run into some very, very interesting use cases. Yesterday there was a pest company. They wanted to use it for their technicians that are servicing their customers, out there, right? So things like that. So, I'm very, fascinated and curious about, because you guys know the challenges, you run into all those challenges on a daily basis, and we don't get to see every single thing. So, that's why I asked that question. Yeah,
definitely. I'll bring it up to the operations and see if they have anything that they want to add or anything that's, because it's completely customizable to what we can do here at the site.
Yep.
So there's nothing that we technically need to enhance or change, but it's been working 100%.
Yeah. So you run the entire operations, right, Scott? For the
I am the system analyst for the
system
building.
Oh, okay, got it.
So
okay.
I report directly to the GM. So all that information, it all comes to me. I report it out, and I make sure that everybody needs to know.
Great.
Everybody that needs to know is in the know, and then other people that don't need to know don't necessarily get the feedback that I do.
Great. I mean, I'll be candid here again. Usually, right, we hear such feedback from operations person. It's nice to hear from the IT guys, because IT guys are the smart ones, right? It's tough to, and you guys have seen many different software, right? And it's when you have seen so many, and you can see the difference in terms of the UI and UX and all that.
I've worked for warehousing for now going on like 17 years.
Wow. Okay.
So I might look really young, but I'm not. I'm 37. So I've been working since I was 20 in warehousing. I started off at Amazon. And they were in the infancy stages of where they are now. So like they didn't have applications like this. They had to build them internally. And it was a headache. And I hated, for myself, I hated working for Amazon. It was the worst job I had. And then I moved on to a 3PL called Geodis.
I know Geodis.
I actually prospered there. I worked 5.5 years there.
Okay.
Before I took this job in NFI. And the pain that you go through for just giving customers information is a huge headache. It's not. I can tell you that. Definitely.
Awesome. I mean, anything else that you would like to add, Scott? Anything, just observation, comment, anything else?
I was trying to think of a lot of things after Shiv sent me the note last night, and nothing can come to mind because I am 100% on board with this. Okay, awesome. That's thank you very much for taking the time to share this feedback. At the end of the day, right? This we can do. See, this is what I tell. I mean, it's like finally implementing a product software and
and making it work is like, it's like winning a race, right? In a race car. So we make the race cars, but we're not really, it's tough to get that feedback in terms of, how to make the race car perform so effectively and win the race, right? So that's where you guys come in. So you guys we make the race car and give it to you, and you take the race car and perform it and make sure, right, your operations partners are very, very happy, right? So that's why, I'm always, very fascinated by this feedback. Yeah. Thank you very much for taking the time. Shiv, you have anything to add?
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to ask Scott, will you be here for the Modex? It's going to be here in Atlanta in March end. So any possibility?
Yeah, are you coming from Modex? It's a very popular show that happens here in Atlanta, alternate years, right? Modex ProMat in Chicago, again Modex in Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I have
I mean, if you're coming to Modex, we'll love to catch up, grab a beer or something like that in the lunch or evening dinner or something like that.
I'll put that in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much for the time, Scott. Yeah. Thank you, Shiv. Yeah. I'll end the call. Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.